Hey Firewood friends, Mike with KNLFirewood, and we're back to produce these rounds into firewood. We had 4 hackberry and 8 mulberry. There might be a 9th one over there on that gnarly one. I might be able to noodle one out of there. Speaking of noodling, we're gonna noodle these before I put them on the Axis. I know the Axis will split them, I know they'll fit on there, but it's just harder on me. So I'm just gonna cut these in half. It's gonna make it a lot easier. And you saw on last video, all these rounds are about the same size. I mean, this one is 28.5 that way and 29 there. So they're all, you know, 25, between 25 and 30. You know, the table on the Axis is 20 inches. So these would be sticking out, you know, 5 or 10 inches past that. You get something cut and mishandle it, it falls off the table, and you know, you could really hurt yourself. So that's silly. I'm gonna noodle these down and we'll split them. Man, I love that saw. That is a noodle maker. Woo! I think I'm going to start making some fire starters. Seems like everybody else is. I think this would be great wood fiber content. So I might start hoarding some of this. So a couple things we have to take in consideration when we're doing a final volume here. Not only am I making bulk firewood, but I'm also making bundle grade, which I'm trying for first, then bulk, then boiler grade. I didn't really think any of this would have much boiler grade in it, but that first round did. So we'll just have to take a cumulative look at all the different grades we produced and ballpark what our final volume was. I'm going to put you on time lapse, fill this trailer up. All right, so this isn't working out quite like I wanted it to. That entire round of hackberry was almost all bundle grade. So I'm finishing off that IBC tote, and then maybe we can come up with a volume when I'm done. I don't know. This IBC tote now is full of bundle grade. So I'm gonna have to get it out of here and get a new one in. And maybe that's just all bundle grade over there. I don't know. We'll keep working at it. Okay, this plus this is 3 full rounds. But man, I could not put that stuff in bulk grade firewood. That is just primo. It's almost an entire round of hackberry was that way. And I got a few pieces of mulberry that are pretty decent. Most of it was hackberry, so I'm pretty stoked about that. Okay, empty basket. Phone is about to die, so I'm gonna charge it. When you come back, hopefully there'll be more in this basket and more in the trailer. I think there's 2.5 face cords here. But what was really surprising, and I'll show you here in a second, is the amount of boiler wood I got from this stuff. So that white tote was completely empty. And I'm gonna have to take some out of it because I'll never move it like that without dropping some stuff. And then everything over here on the ground. By the time I take the stuff out of that one and add that to it, that's gonna be another one of those white baskets. And then we topped off the last bundle grade crate and we made this. And I don't know, there's maybe a 1/6 of a crate here, but there's not a piece of bark in that basket there. That's all primo, nice and straight, real square, no bark. That's good stuff there. And all the rounds are gone, except for that one, which is kind of junk. I'm not sure how to deal with that. And then these are all the shorties. I'll just make those into chunk wood. I think I'm done. My back hurts, which is not typical with this Axis, but I had to noodle every one of those rounds and they were still pretty darn heavy. Some of those bigger pieces is where a box wedge on a 1222 or a 2228 or a 24D would be awesome. However, you don't get to sort out the bundle grade stuff quite as well. I mean, there was some junk pieces in there that if you ran through a box wedge, you just get junk out the other end. But with the Axis, you can kind of slice it up and get the junk out of the way and then get you some good pieces out of it. So I still love this machine. I wouldn't trade it for the world. Would I like to have another machine with a box wedge on it? You bet. But this isn't my living, man. This is a hobby. I don't need to invest another however much money it is to get one of those machines, although it'd be kind of cool to have. Maybe one of these days. Hey, you know what? That Mega Millions thing is up to like 1.1 billion. I tell you what, I promise you this. If I win, I'll get a 24D with a box wedge and the longest conveyor he's got. Get busy, because this stuff will not split itself.